Well, it's the same old crap in the news. Yeah. Seemed like so many wars that we're in, and every time we lose. Now old Trump, he wants to get out of Syria. And all them liberal pundits are going into a crazy hysteria. Why don't they listen to what I said we need? End all the wars, baby, right after you legalize the weed. Welcome, everybody. This is Jimmy Reefercake, Jimmy Reefercake live stream, Sunday morning on the YouTube channel. Pause for the vape hit. The vape it needs a nice slow pull. Nice slow pull. Hey, it is the Garofaholic is here. Yes, I have a song for you. Hey, we got another NPC 3PO. Loves my music. Sometimes I listen to it while I blow glass. It's awesome, man. I can't even believe the songs. Yeah, just goddamn proud of the songs that I did this fall, especially with Adam Rainstopper, 10-Foot Man, and even DG QAnon. But you know what? I'm here with my guitar, ready to entertain. Thank you for joining me. Now, the Garofaholic is a very special guest this morning. And you, Garofaholic, have a song coming to you. How did you get a song? Let me get everybody up to date. Jimmy Reefercake on Twitter ran a little contest, a little trivia contest, you see, which is what I'm going to do from time to time to generate more excitement and hopefully more patrons. Right now, Jimmy Reefercake on Patreon. Got myself a corporate overlord, and I got myself a serf, and I thank both of them and more. It's $1 a month to be a serf. Please join me. And here we are. Okay, on Twitter, the Garofaholic came in. My question was, how many wars are we in right now? That's really the big one. Okay. But then I had bonus. Who started more wars? Obama or Bushy? And then finally, for super bonus, name the countries. Garofaholic almost instantaneously comes in with, we're in 7 wars. Although you were wrong about saying Obama started more. But I gave you a chance to redeem yourself quickly. I said, just name the countries. Afghanistan, Iraq, and Syria, Yemen, Somalia, Libya, and Niger. You got it, Garofaholic. You got it. And you get yourself a song. Get yourself a song for that. All right? I know Bush started 4 wars. And Obama added 3 to that. But then, ironically enough, I'm going to talk about it for a moment. I think we're all interested to imagine. 1 second. To imagine that Trump is going to actually subtract 1 more and bring it down to 6. So this is a very timely song, if indeed this is what's going to happen. Imagine Trump actually subtracted the war. Well, that's what you get when you got a Hillary. You don't got a choice. So, but Garofaholic, you get yourself a song for your Twitter handle because you fucking answered that with lightning. And Garofaholic has been one of my Twitter buddies forever. Okay, here it is for the Garofaholic. Okay, ready? We'll just make it up. Here, I got it pretty figured out. Here we go. All right. Janine. Let's start over. I got a bit of an ear problem, so. Okay. Janine Garofalo, trying to stop loving you, it's impossible. Up on Twitter, that's why they call it the Garofaholic, the Garofaholic. She just can't stop loving you, Garofaholic, can't stop loving you. Ah, Janine Garofalo, I try to stop loving you, it's impossible, possible. And it goes, wait. Up on Twitter, that's why they call it the Garofaholic. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, Janine's so pretty, and I don't give a frig if she's wearing a wig. Yo, how, Janine Garofalo, trying to stop loving you, it's impossible, possible. Oh, Janine, yeah. Oh, Janine. All right. That's basically the lyrics. I'll record that more cleanly for you, Garofaholic. That's basically your song. Any tweaks we can do, maybe minor, and I'll record that again. Janine Garofalo, a legend. Okay. So, now I'm glad you liked it. Yeah. Basically, I don't give a frig if she's wearing a wig. I knew you'd like that line the most. Okay. So, Trump. I just quickly want to make note of the Trump-Syria hypocrisy. The Syria... I just don't understand how people expect any decisions. The guy with fake hair was Jimmy Kimmel that Sam was talking about. Okay. Yeah, somebody asked me randomly about who was the guy with fake hair that Sam was talking about. Jimmy Kimmel has fake hair. I don't watch any of these shows to speak of. You know what I did watch on Netflix last night was Adam Sandler's new special, which was, you got to understand, I love Adam Sandler. Just fucking. You guys remember the Trump Crazy Land song I did? I don't know. What do you say? I just play that real quick if I can search out the lyrics. That is a Sandler song called Trump Crazy Land. All right. Okay. This is a new song sung through the eyes of one of the worst people alive, I feel. The President Donald Trump. Woke up in the morning, composed myself a brand new tweet. Picked a third world brutal dictator that I like to meet. Got no clue, but this president job is pretty friggin' sweet. Just know everything doing fine down here in Trump Crazy Land. Yeah. Well, I wear this weave on my head 'cause my blonde hair is falling out. A tremendous big league con man, that's what I'm all about. I know you want to kick out all the Mexicans, but there's no reason to shout. Everybody gets lied to down here in, yeah, Trump Crazy Land. bikers, rednecks and bikers, KKK, Alex Jones, Republicans, rednecks and bikers, rednecks and bikers, independence. Biden 2020? I don't know. Sloppy Joe, sloppy Joe, is it? Sloppy Joe, sloppy Joe, they do that. Sloppy Joe, sloppy Joe, and a slopping and a sloppy Joe. Well, I dreamt one morning that I woke up to see that a big Joe Biden was looking at me. He screamed, "You can't defeat me 'cause I'm old." I said, "I live in the White House. Just do what you're told." And the left and the right started joining the fight, and the media pushed me with all of its might. And then Rand Paul slapped me and he kicked me in the head. It's called revenge, little Donnie, said the FBI head. I said, "What did I do to make you all so mad?" They said, "Eat some Tic Tacs because your breath is bad." And then the Green Party said, "You better run and hide." But then my friend Bill Clinton came and joined my side. He said if it wasn't for Hillary, Bernie would have beat you. You should be shaking her hand, saying, "Pleased to meet you." You acted like throwing her in jail was your goal. You should be kissing her feet and her CNN mole. Now all the angry punish to leave me alone, and we can all live together in a happy home. Let's make America great again with Joe Biden. Oh, it's just a sloppy Joe, sloppy Joe, and a sloppy Joe, sloppy Joe, and a sloppy Joe. Well, me and Joe Biden got married. Yeah, the Supreme Court says the gay marriage is just fine here in crazy land. Just end it. Don't go crazy. Just end it nice and mellow. All right. Trump crazy land. Yeah, Sandler's a big influence on Reefercake. Big time. Like, imagine what I'm trying to do is be more entertaining than your average pundit by bringing all the elements into the fucking scene. Everything, bringing it all. I don't give a fuck. So if you can get someone's attention, you can maybe teach them something, right? You can't teach them until you have their attention. So Sandler takes a lot of shit from these so-called intellectual comedians, right? And I find that to be pretty funny, because then they'll have a punchline that's just total base. Like, anytime you really get a good laugh, a lot of times you're going to appeal and to these childish things. I do it all the time, maybe even more than others. But you could even say, like, Sam Cedar, his humor, the show comedy, their humor goes right into the bizarre gutter, which is hilarious. And then by the other side, I'm not sure I don't think he likes Sandler that much. So whatever. I know Mark Maron hates Sandler. That's a well-known Sandler versus Maron. And on that one, I'm going to go with Sandler. Because Sandler is more funny. All right. Thanks for joining, by the way, Garofaholic and NPC3PO. That, I guess, is like a thing on the Star Wars, right? All right. Any questions or requests as I decide if I'm going to say anything else about the Trump-Syria hypocrisy? See, this is more entertaining. This is what I'm trying to say. This is entertaining. Entertainment is what's going down. Garofaholic says, yeehaw. All right, so the Trump-Syria hypocrisy goes back in also what I'm trying to do is make things as simple as possible. So, like, even you could explain, what's the simplest way to explain it? You could say, we're in 7 wars. Bush got us into 4, Obama added 3, and now Trump is trying to subtract one of those wars. And anybody who's like whiplashing against that, against him for doing that, was is probably an establishment media or a Trump hater. And I'm a little concerned that you're going to lose your high ground because of the hypocrisy of not keeping your eye on the ball on something as simple as the amount of wars. More wars, more countries, more problems. Trump ran on this, and for me, it's a nice wake-up call for the hypocrisy of the Hillary supporters. Every time I get shit on as being too pure in my anti-war message, it's called, I'm not, should I already put this dumb meme to bed. If you look at my channel, I debated Ronald Reagan on Michael Brooks's dumb left meme, and I've pretty much put it to bed. Pretty much in the first round, knocked his ass out and determined that the meme was a harmful meme because the dumb left is just as dumb as you want to think they are. They're just as smart as you want to think they are. It's bullshit. If someone is committed to an anti-war platform, they're committed to an anti-war platform. That's not right. So now if Trump follows through and can actually reduce the wars, what if he gets it down to, he reduces 2 wars? What if he reduces 3? He gets us out of countries. That's a fucking good thing. And here we go. Oh, cool, man. Thank you, NPC3PO. Just signed up for Jimmy Reefercake Patreon. I was really looking for that, man. What I want to be able to do is tell Mrs. Reefercake I have a decent amount of Patreons, and that will justify, like instead of doing, although 7 a.m. on Sunday is a nice time for me. I got a lot of energy, but I could actually schedule things towards the patrons. But I'm going to keep going because of people supporting me. If I had no supporters on Patreon right now, I might just hang it up for a while because it fires me up. Thank you so much for your support. All right, so I think we covered it on the hypocrisy in the Syria. Like, if you can't have a message of anti-war and you're gonna get called names and shit, come on now. You're getting away from like a coherent strategy to beat Trump, because now let's put it this way: everybody wants to beat Trump. I want to beat Trump. I didn't think Hillary could beat Trump, and I didn't really like Hillary, so I guess I was right about those things. I just, so now looking at my record of being right, now look forward, and I'm not the only one. Probably most people, many others have the same viewpoint here, is that, okay, anti-war, Trump actually in the thing came off as being like slightly more anti-war than Hillary. I think he did, if not the same, when he would pose. But really, he actually would mention things that were not allowed to be mentioned, like withdrawing troops and different things, or how, like, we're the policemen of the world, etc. So I'm saying, if you want to beat Trump, now that he's done this, if he follows through and even creates an air of anti-war around his presidency, you have to have somebody going against him who is more anti-war, even with what they say. Like, and this is a good thing overall for them. If this happens, if they go with someone who comes out against Trump to be like more pro-war and says we should stay in Syria and other places, Trump is going to win. That's just a fact. And then no matter how much they cry and whine about, oh, it's this, everyone, you have to fight against Trump because it's such a bigger evil. It's just not going to work. You're going to have to get someone who's more anti-war than Trump, and just in how they speak, just in the debates. They just be like, you know what, Trumpy, you are very more warlike than I will be as president. You did this. You killed this many people. we're going to get out of that country plus another country or whatever. You can get the idea. Tulsi Gabbard obviously would be a great. Tulsi Gabbard would be a great one. And, you know, Bernie is more anti-war than Trump, obviously, too. Bernie would be a great one. I'm worried about Bernie because of the people in this are so shallow. I just realized yesterday I'm worried about Bernie quite a bit because of how shallow people are and about appearances and whatnot. So he's just, because he's got like the slumped shoulders and he's got, you know, my little sister once was commenting about his teeth. His teeth aren't right. I mean, people are so dumb. Not my little sister's not dumb, but people are so shallow and see the appearances. And then I actually was like, for a second, I said, wait a second, that he does, like, it hit me one time just yesterday. It really hit me because I was just thinking how, like, I'm so Bernie be the president, blah, blah, blah. And then I'm like, wait a second. He doesn't really look good. Like, he doesn't look, Trump looks like an idiot, but at least he's got like this tall, sort of like a fucking weird ass general with a wig on, you know, but Bernie, he's got the hunched shoulders. He just doesn't look good. I think if you think about it, that's going to be kind of weird. Like, unfortunately, because of our culture, we have a world of demented idiots. Now, see, I went too far there. We have a world of shallow, quick. They got a quick attention span. So, not demented. I think most people are pretty cool, but like they might look at Bernie, how he looks, and be like. But you look at like Tulsi. Tulsi looks good. She's got, and then you show the pictures of her with the outfit on, the military outfit. Sorry, that's very nice to have for when you're running for president. I know so much. I know so much. I'd like to share. I like sharing it, but I also wonder, like, it's great because I put this down in a time-stamped manner so that the predictions are like in stone said. And then you could go and look at another podcast like Majority FM and what, you know, somebody like a Brooks is saying. What are they saying about the fucking race and shit? Have they been that clear yet? Is there enough clarity in what they're saying? I don't think so. I think there's no clarity at all. Like what Sam Cedar is saying, there's no clarity. I was very clear. So think about that sometimes. Okay. So, all right. So you NPC3PO, sign up for my Patreon. And this next thing I'm going to talk about, the Tales of Scrotie McReefercake. Okay. Tales of Scrotie McReefercake is something I'm going to do in detail for the patrons only. It's a tale of a small town in rural Maine called Fuxton. Fuxton, Maine. Scrotie lived in Fuxton, Maine. And you know, Scrotie was a Mainer, but he got himself an education, went out into the world. You know, he grew up in Maine through and through. Went out into the world, he got his education and became fairly successful, but, you know, successful enough that he could, with his little child and wife, Mrs. McReefercake. Her name, of course, is Hannah. Hannah is a lovely woman who said, yeah, I like Maine. I'd like to move to Maine, into the quaint town of Fuxton. So in Fuxton, Maine, Hannah and Scrotie and their little child, Scotty, 1 year old, they moved up, and, you know, Scrotie, he had a few friends around still and some family, so it was nice. And he was able to work remotely, essentially, in his technical field. And they were really happy to move up to this quaint town. Of course, it was an old house they bought and a lot of work and very busy times, but you know, it was beautiful. And there's a beautiful park, wonderful, beautiful park nearby. And Scrotie knew this park from when he was a child. It was a very wondrous place. And it was all old growth, just old trees, big old trees, untouched. And it was so, the trees were so high that they created a full cover, and that the floor is covered in needles. So you can really walk around. And trees were down, old trees everywhere, grown up high and old, and it was spooky. It was spooky. Trees just falling everywhere. It's like what you don't see in Maine very much is that kind of a thing. Like a untouched in anywhere, right? Untouched as a forest would be in the evolution of time. As you know, the machinery that they use to cut down trees now is quite efficient and powerful. Well, it was one spring when Scrotie was trying to get in shape, taking a little joggy poo, trying to work off his gut. And Scrotie likes to hit the booze a little bit. And I was always trying to fight back against the gut and the overall health and laziness that boozing it up can, that you have to avoid. So Scrotie was out there jogging, and he hears all this noise and looks, and there are massive machines chopping away at this forest, chopping it down. Giant trucks loading up huge pieces of wood, long, big logs, the big ones. Scrotie started to wonder, I've lived here for a year or two. Why didn't I know that this was going to happen? Are they clear cutting the whole fucking forest? What's going on? Well, Scrotie then got back from his jog, and that's when Scrotie called town hall to try to find out. Just to ask the question, what is going on? And who is overseeing this? Like, what's going on? This is a park. So he called up, and he heard the receptionist. He asked the question to the person, something like, what's going on with this? Is someone I can talk to? Oh, okay, I'll get you to one of the selectmen. They're right in here, dear. So transfers me. Hello, this is blah, blah. Forget the guy's name at this moment. Or I should say forget, but I have to make up the names as I'm telling this fictional story. Let's call this guy Daniel Smith, old-timer selectman. Hey, what's going on? Essentially, the conversation was like talking to someone who didn't really understand what you were saying, perhaps was deaf, and Scrotie didn't get much out of this conversation. No, there was no plan or map of the areas to be cut. That was Scrotie's question. Is there some sort of map of what's being cut and what's not being cut? What's going on? I'd like to check this out. And that, my friends, is the beginning of the tale of Scrotie McReefercake. It's called Scrotie Goes to Town Hall. And you're gonna see what happens with Scrotie. Scrotie gets more and more involved and entangled in the crazy small town politics of Fuxton, Maine. All right. That's just a story to be told. That's going to be a longer form event. There's going to be a lot of detail. I don't know if you guys like it. If no one likes it, then I will not do it. All right, Graphaholic seems to think it's cool, and I'm so excited to see. And NPC 3PO has signed up as a patron. McReefercake here. McReefercake, allthehypocrisy.com. McReefercake on Twitter at McReefercake. That's where the Garofaholic got her song. Why do I call a Garofaholic a her? I think you're a guy. I mean, just because their picture's a girl, is Janine. But anyway, yes, indeed. We're not done yet, but we're almost there. And it goes, we're almost to the end. Beautiful friend, the end. This is the end. Iran nuclear deal, the end. Trump calls treaties deals, the end. TV with all his meals, the end. More broken trust to heal, the end. Will they ever sign another deal again? Can you picture what will be so limitless and free? Desperately in need of a better plan in our war-torn land, lost in a Middle East wilderness of pain, and all the Zionists are insane, waiting for the bombs to rain. There's a danger on the edge of Bethlehem. Ride the King's Highway. Palestinians are not allowed on. Ride the King's Highway west, baby, alright. The West is the best. Take it by force and give them the rest. Trumpy awoke before dawn. He put his wig on. He took a moment to tweet something hateful, and then he walked on down the hall. And he came to a door. He looked inside. Melania? Yes, Donald. I want a divorce. Ivanka? I wanna. Oh, baby, all right. Yeah, all right. Yeah, all right. Yeah, all right. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Yeah. Thanks so much. Peace.